What we know from the research is that carers experience way more stress than the average person walking up and down the street. Carers' role, it's a hard role. Stress impacts us in physically, the way we carry ourselves. We can have aches and pains. We can have stress-related illnesses around ulcers, higher blood pressure. Stress impacts on our thoughts. We will reduce concentration, a lot more negative thoughts. Just getting when we've prolonged stress or toxic stress, it can lead to burnout. Now you can check the burnout one later on, but I'm just really talking about stress at the moment. Stress is like your house is on fire. Stress is like your house is on fire. Burnout is like your house is burnt down. You're exhausted, you're depleted. But with stress, you got to figure out then what is impacting on your stress. It can be more than the carer's role. It can be the fact that you're overcaring, as we talked about before. It can be that you're not mobilizing resources and getting help. It can be that you're acting in ways because you're trying to please others. There's multiple, obviously can be very practical things around housing, around financial impact. Caring and having someone in your life who you're caring for will impact on you financially in a practical day-to-day matters. So what can you do about stress? I suppose this is one of the key things about care or stress. One of the key messages is that you can't pour from an empty cup. That self-care is not selfish. Self-care is critically important. Have you been doing our self-care moments? Have you checked in on some of the moments? We've looked at the whole area of mindfulness. We've encouraged you to think about music in your life, looked at visualization, looked at progressive muscular relaxation. There are other ones you can do. Going for a walk in nature, having an appreciation of nature, beauty and awe. And there's many different things. But what are you doing about that? Are you planning some stress management strategies in your life? The first stress management strategies, or first and most important thing, is you're about a relationship. And the first most important relationship is the relationship you have with yourself. Are you kind to yourself? Are you compassionate to yourself? Are you in a space where you can say, this is not great, this newfound role I'm in, but I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to find things for me, and I'm going to look at some positives around this. Does it give me more time with my carers? Does it give me some satisfaction in life? It might be not what I wanted, but it might be something in there a nugget that you may be able to mine for yourself. What are you doing around your thoughts? Are you challenging negative thoughts? Are you journaling? Are you writing down? Are you, for some people, there's lots of evidence, really strong evidence, the role that physical exercise takes. 4 sessions of 40 minutes of physical exercise can impact on even mild to moderate depression. 40 minutes of moderate walking can impact on mild to moderate depression. It's the same as antidepressant medication. 40 minutes of 4 sessions of walking. That's really powerful. If you can build that into your life, you're into a stress busting mode. Communication with people, loved ones, relationships, really powerful. So what are you doing? Have you got a stress management plan? You might have a care plan for your loved one, but what's your care plan for yourself? What is your care plan? Stress is very interesting. It's like a drip effect. It can accumulate over time. In the early phases of acquired brain injury, because you're in that fight and flight mode, everything is busy, you're engaged, you're connected. But over time, the toxic stress or the impact of this situation, if you're not engaged in self-care, can accumulate, and you can carry it in your body, you can carry it in your mind, heart and gut. That's the way I often think about it. And particularly now during this period when some of the day services are closed down, there's a bit more pressure in the home environment. The programs are not as structured outside the home as they are in the home. It can put pressure on you, and that means that you need to increase up your own stress management strategies as well. So there's because of that, how do you recognize your own stress? What is it for you? For me, I carry stress on my shoulders. I carry it in sort of body weight. It also impacts on my sleep. If it goes into the sleep area, I know then that stress is really accumulating. So what are your triggers for stress? What are your personal triggers for stress? Try and identify them, and then what are you doing about that? Are you going to accept stress in your life? Are you going to change the way you think to impact on your stress? Are you going to change your coping mechanisms? Are you going to enhance your self-talk? Are you going to walk and talk it out? Are you going to use physical exercise? Are you going to go and get your hair done? Are you going to go and have a pint with a friend? Are you going to have a glass of wine? What are you going to do to manage your stress? Remember, alcohol, a little bit, moderation's fine. Don't only get too into it as a go-to stress management strategy. There's other better ones out there. And remember all the self-care tasks that I've given you: visualization, mindfulness, progressive muscular relaxation, walk in nature. So try and get a menu that works for you, listening to music, what it is that works for you, and to use it regularly.